I am 103 years old. I was born in a house with no electricity, no switches, no screens, no constant noise filling every second. At night, darkness was real. Silence was real. Time moved slowly enough for you to feel it passing. I remember the first light bulb I ever saw. People gathered around it like it was magic. Now you carry more power in your pocket than entire cities had back then, and somehow you feel emptier than ever. I have outlived my parents. I have outlived my brothers. I have outlived friends whose voices I can still hear if I close my eyes long enough. I have outlived people I loved deeply and people I thought I hated until time softened even that. Eventually, everything softens. Anger gets tired. Pride runs out of energy. Only memory stays sharp. I have outlived entire versions of myself. The boy who thought the world was endless. The man who thought hard work would protect him from regret. The older man who believed he still had time to fix what he broke. And somewhere along the way, I outlived the need to be liked. When you've buried enough people, you stop performing. You stop explaining yourself. You stop asking permission to speak honestly. At this age, the truth is heavier than politeness, and it presses down on you whether you want it to or not. I am standing at the very end now, not figuratively, literally. I can feel it. The body knows before the mind admits it. There is a strange calm here, no urgency, no pretending. The road behind me is long. The road ahead doesn't exist, and before I step off, before my name becomes just another line in a registry, before whatever comes next comes, I'm turning around one last time to speak to you, because you are still back there, busy, distracted, surrounded by noise. You wake up already tired, not from work, but from everything you carry in your head. You plan futures you assume will arrive. You delay joy like it's irresponsible. You scroll past your life while waiting for it to start. You honestly believe this goes on forever. It doesn't. You are living a lie, not a dramatic lie, not an evil one, a comfortable one. The lie is simple, and it's killing you quietly. You believe you have time. You wake up every morning acting like tomorrow signed a contract, like your heart promised to keep beating, like the people you love agreed to stay exactly as they are. You treat days like they're replaceable. You trade hours for distractions. You spend weeks exhausted and call it normal. You waste time the way a rich man wastes pennies, never noticing the pile shrinking until it's almost gone. I'm here to tell you something uncomfortable. You're not rich. You're already spending the most limited currency that has ever existed, and you're spending it on things that won't remember you. You know you're going to die. Everyone knows that. Even children know that. But you don't know it. You don't feel it in your chest when you wake up. You don't hear it in the silence before sleep. If you did, your calendar would look different. Your arguments would feel smaller. Your fear would lose its power. Let me tell you about a man named Robert. I met him in the 1950s. He had perfect posture and permanent urgency. Always late, always important. Robert believed deeply in later. Later was his religion. Later, he'd travel. Later, he'd fix his marriage. Later, he'd spend time with his kids. Right now, he was busy becoming someone worthy of living. He always said the same thing. Just a few more years. A few more years working. A few more years saving. A few more years tolerating a life he didn't like for a future he imagined. Robert died at 51. Collapsed on a train platform, briefcase still in his hand. The train kept moving. People stepped around him. life continued without asking permission. Never took the trip, never slowed down, never lived the life he rehearsed in his head. The tragedy wasn't his death. Death is honest. The tragedy was that he treated life like a rehearsal, always preparing, never performing, a waiting room, always waiting to be called. The call never came, and right now, as I speak to you, I see Robert everywhere. I see him in your emails, in your postponed conversations, in the way you say, after this year, you are him. Different decade, same lie. You tell yourself, I'll rest when this phase ends. I'll be present when things calm down. I'll start living once I earn it. You won't, because life doesn't begin later. It never has. It only ever exists now. Let's talk about the things you worship: money, status, careers, stuff. I've watched men age 20 years in 5 for houses they barely lived in. I've watched parents miss entire childhoods to buy toys no one remembers. I've been to more funerals than you can imagine. And I've never seen a single possession follow anyone into the ground. Not once. When you die, strangers will walk through your home and decide what parts of your life are trash. Most of it will be. And your career? You think it's your legacy. It isn't. It's a contract. You sell your hours. They rent your energy. If you died today, your job would be posted online before your family finished crying. Do not confuse being useful with being meaningful. Your job will never hold your hand when the lights go out. I know this because I made these mistakes myself. I missed dinners that never repeated. I skipped moments that only happen once. I told myself I was being responsible, that I was providing. That was a lie I told so I could ignore the look in my wife's eyes when I chose work again. The applause faded quickly. The regret stayed. Now, at the end, I don't replay achievements. I don't replay success. I replay moments. Ordinary ones, unimpressive ones. Mornings, laughter, being there. The only things that stayed with me were the things I gave away. Time, attention, love, presence. That is real wealth. Everything else is decoration. So listen carefully. This is the part most people never hear in time. First, kill your ego. You are not being watched. No one is keeping score. Your fear of looking foolish is stealing your days. Second, practice the last time. One day you will do everything for the last time. The last hug, the last ordinary morning. Remembering this doesn't make life dark. It makes it precious. Third, wake up. You are alive right now. That alone makes you richer than most people who ever lived. Stop numbing yourself. Stop postponing joy. Stop waiting. I am 103 years old. I was born without electricity. I watched the world speed up until it forgot how to feel. And I'm telling you the truth that never changes. Time is running out. It's running out for you too. Don't let it end unused. Don't wait like Robert. Go live.